Hello and good morning. So today we've got a shoot with a friend of mine, Vanessa, and we're doing some stuff for a brand that she's closely tied in with and another model who she's bringing along with her. So my plan today is to basically just vlog it, see what we can get some new content, which this is going to serve as like the test bed to be a regular thing, just to see if I can do this for like all the shoots which I'm allowed to share going forward into the new year, because I thought, you know what, why don't I do it? So yeah, first things first, get up and get ready. I'm actually packing fairly light this morning. I know it doesn't really look it, but let me just give you a run through of what we've got here. Pretty much, I'm always going to be using like these go-to bodies. This is like a D4 over here and a D800. I do have a D750 as well, but that's back in the Birmingham home. And just taking a super wide 15 to 30, a nice 105 macro, just for some telly shots, and then there's a 50-1.4 over here as well. Oh wait, no, that's a 1.5. I need to go and find where the 1.4 is. Did I find the 51.4, which has been battered and seen many days, but it's just the thing on the front which snapped off, not the actual lens and glass is fine. I actually found a really old, I didn't even realize I had it, 24mm, so maybe if there's some cool landscapes we can try this out today, as opposed to the 15 to 35, which has just a bit too much distortion on it. So yeah, let's go. You're going to be an expert at pouring that thing.
Hi guys, so today with Indy, we did a shot for my brother collection called Hades. So I designed it, I hope you're gonna like it, and now we're gonna check the picture.
So I'm out of a job now because these guys are doing all the work for me. How's it looking? It's looking good.
Yeah.
It's looking good. Okay, so we're finished. Thank you, Vanessa. This is a weird angle. Thank you, Steph. Happy days. So Vanessa has a superpower, and that is speaking with a ridiculous French accent. So say anything.
So my accent is ridiculous?
Ridiculously nice.
It's okay. I felt offended.
Alright, so she's gonna teach me something in French.
J'espère que vous allez bien.
Bonjour, je m'appelle. I don't know what the rest she said. Okay, so we're back. So I left them after we did like basically a very rough selection, pretty like much 5-star, like 100 and something odd pictures, which obviously not every single one of those is going to get edited. If anything, they're not really going to be retouched as such, because this is a shoot for social. What will happen is that they'll probably just go for like some color grading. If there's any specific requests that come back off the back of those being sent, then I'll do those. But otherwise, it's going to be pretty much wham bam, thank you ma'am, and off you go. So I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes of how I actually go about doing my quick color grading process. This is all in raw capture, so if you're not into this stuff, like you can click away now pretty much, because all the fun stuff's over. For those of you who do actually like seeing, color toning and things like this, we're not going to touch Photoshop. We're just going to keep things in your raw converter. So you can do this in Lightroom, or you can do this in Capture One. Okay, so I'm just going to take this image because I know this is one that they really liked from today. So this is just stock raw, nothing done to it. just as it's come out of camera. And first things first, I'm just gonna basically sort out this white balance, try and make it a bit warmer. And then try, yeah, so that's a big difference already from like this to this. Then, as you can sort of see here, everything's looking good. I'm worried about these highlights over here though, so I'm going to bring these down overall. That's going to give much more of a sort of like a crispy feel in the back. So then I might just bring in some contrast elsewhere. So let me just get her looking great first, which she already does, but it's just a case of making sure there's enough contrast on everything that's there. Then some things that I like to do is just playing with inbuilt styles. So you can see on the left here, we've got the spring pack, which sort of comes with it. This isn't the greatest medium to show you on because obviously I'm using my phone to record a screen. But sometimes what I might do is I might take something like this, say Spring 7, which has like quite a punchy tone to it, and actually apply it as a new layer on top. So when we come to here, we can actually decide, okay, maybe we don't want all of it, maybe we want all of it, sometimes we want something in the middle. And this is basically my color toning process. It's probably find a preset sometimes, or if I'm not doing that, then I already have basically color grades, which I've actually named after the shoots that I've done, because those were the color grades which I'd used consistently throughout those. So I'll pretty much just pick one of these. That's a little pinky for my liking. Maybe let's go with CC, but then we'll just add that actually on a new layer instead. So again, I can have the ability to tone it down afterwards. And we've got a really, really, really beautiful peach slash yellow vibe to it. And I'll just back it off a little bit. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm then going to apply that to all the ones that they've chosen, send those off, and that'll be that. So I do hope that you did find this useful. This is pretty much the day-to-day when on a shoot. It's very much just get your stuff ready, get out, make sure everything's charged. It's not as, glamorous as for whatever reason some people think it is. It's a lot of work. It's dealing with the public. It's, getting in uncomfortable positions, like physically, to just try and get the right perspective of a shot. And then you got to do the post-production afterwards. But if you want to see stuff like this, like again, I'll try and do this for like the next shoot that I'm doing. And let me know what your thoughts were. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.